right, we got Dilly P here, Dylan Priester with his second place deck profile. What you playing?
Brandon Despia.
Brandon Despia. He got second place at Ambooks 2. Tournament hosted by Chuck and Luck.
Luck and Chuck.
Luck and Chuck. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm already messing it up.
It was a Ghost in the Past 2Ks tournament. We got free chili dogs. Shout out Josh and Chuck.
All right, well, let's get right into it. Let's see this deck.
Yeah, so you got 3 Fallen Albaz. And this is going to be the whole Despia branded like engine, I guess you could say. I have it separated engines again.
Aluber.
3 Aluber, Stratos. He's actually just a good normal summon. This list kind of hops on the back of like Pack's list he posted recently. But there's a couple of changes when it comes to side deck and main deck a little bit. I didn't play the kit. I just play Alubers because Aluber plus opening is just enough. And yeah, you can get into your plays when you draw him with Poly anyway. So
that's the best card in the game.
Yeah. So you got these 6 right here. They're all good normal summons. Then you play the fusion materials. You play 2 tragedy, 1 dramaturge, and 1 ad libitum. I didn't want to play this card, but he's just necessary because like when you search this, you want other targets to search, and he is a good fusion material, but you don't search him first. If you draw him, you can use him for turn 1, but you always search him turn 1 if you don't have him. So it's like you just want to make sure you continuously are able to like fully abuse tragedy. And then we got the Branded spells. I played a 3 Branded opening, just getting you more consistency into a Luber. Sometimes other plays, but normally it's a Luber. Then you got 3 Branded fusion, the broken card. 3 Branded red, the other broken card.
Broken.
2 Branded red, my bad. Yeah, no, these cards are insane. This being like a perfect way to summon Guardian and Chimera on your opponent's turn, and getting that huge tempo swing and interruption is insane. Also being able to reset your Mirror Jade when you resummon it with the ad libitum, super nice. Also the God card, Branded Loss. This card's insane. You don't want to play it at 3 because you really don't want to. You want to search it when you already have Branded Fusion, but this card's so nice when you have it. Yeah.
Is that the branded engine?
That is the branded engine. I'm separating this engine out of it because I feel like this whole package right here, the 3 Mercurier, the 1 Albion, the 3 Allure, and the 1 Branded Sword. This is just an advantage engine. If I wasn't playing the Allure, I'd just play one of this. So I really count this as its own thing. And because of that, like, a lot of games, I actually just sigh out of this, like all these except for one of these, because you still want the target as a trap. But no, it's just the whole thing, you know, in Pack's list he was talking about it. But you go Allure, you draw 2, you banish Mercurier, you search this guy activates in hand, sends this to grave. Then he puts himself on the bottom of the deck. You draw another card, so you've drawn 3 cards, and then you can activate this card in grave, banish it, and get this back to hand. Now, if you have 2 Allures, you can obviously do it again and banish him also. But yeah, that's the whole thing with this. It's just an advantage, and you go +2. It's really nice.
It's pot of greed.
Yep. And then the Edge Up Chain engine. Played 3 Edge Up Chain, 2 Patchwork. A lot of people play 3 of this. This card, when you play 3 of this card, it gets into the realm of like diminishing returns because you can't resolve them all. Like, if you have to search both, and if you don't have one or the other, you can't use it. So like, I'd rather play 2 of this and 3 of this because if I draw this, I can search this. But if I, you know, I don't want to draw a Patchwork and not be able to use it essentially. So I'll play 2 Poly, obviously. The good art.
Poly Wally Doodle.
Yeah.
It took them long enough.
Yeah, no, for real. They played that, and then for just non-engine like staple cards, I played 3 Ash. I decided to play this hand trap over all the other ones because I truly believe this is the best deck this format, and this is like the best counter for it, just hitting Branded Fusion. Gets around Branded Lost, and yeah, it's just a good generic card all around. And if it's not good in the matchup, you decide it out. Played 1 Fairy Tale Snow. Also, with this card, I'm siding. Well, you'll see in the side deck, but it comes up there too because obviously this is the best card in the matchup. So. But then I played 3 Red and Droplet over Super Poly. I felt like this card was just more generically better than Super Poly. You can use it in a lot more situations. Super Poly is very impactful, but the matchups that you go against, it's not always live, and it doesn't always have the same effect. Sometimes it's just like, okay, I get to fuse into your battle phase, or my battle phase, and attack again. But with this card, it's just live more of the time, and I feel like you can have the same impact with this card also. And then I played Call by the Grave as the
Uno.
one of, yeah. Again, don't like this card, but it's so good, you gotta play it at 1. Also, it's just your kryptonite is Ash. This stops Ash, so. But yep, and that was the main deck. Let's get to the extra deck. We got the Blue Eyes.
How often does he
token. Come out? He comes up a lot, actually. He's a 3K body, so he gets over a lot of stuff. And yeah, if you can see on the token right here, it says MST negate.
We all know it does.
We all know it does. So that's what this lets you do. It lets you negate brand fusion with MST. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
But then we played 2 Mirror Jade.
A little bit less than Blue Eyes, but probably still okay.
Yeah, he well, no, he's got 3K. He's got 3K.
Yeah, but he doesn't have Blue Eyes.
Oh, you're right. He got the red ones. Then we played 2 Lubellions, 2 Albion. I kind of went with a standard ratio on this, and having playtesting to change it. I think this one's actually worth maybe playing 3 of because of the applications. You can make him, and he doesn't have the same thing Lubellion does, where he can't attack the turn that you fuse with him. So he's pretty good just making generically, and then going into the rest of your plays because you can OTK real easily. But then we got the Sin targets. I played the Albia. This card never came up because I never played against Dragon Link, but the free win, just normal summoning Albaz and being able to Chimera Tech hit their dragons away is pretty nice. So I just played it, and it's not a bad target to send off a Mirror Jade because you search a Poly in the end phase. Then I played the Glory Dragon. It searches from a carrier in the end phase if you already have Brandon and Red. In Titanic Lad, because he just gets really big. So like if you need attack over something, you can get up to 41 with the Albion and main deck and Lubellion. So, and he's also unaffected by monster effects during that main phase, or that turn, I believe. So I played these. They're also just, again, targets sent off of Mirror Jade. Then for the Despia fusions, I played these 3. It's technically not Despia, but it is a Despia fusion. I played 2 of this because like I really don't like Flunder, and like a really good board against Flunder is just making 2 of these first turn, and I never played against Flunder, so I never did it. But
stupid birds.
yeah, I don't like the deck, so I wanted to make sure like the matchup was really covered. And then obviously this guy, he's really good. He comes up a lot. He won me a few games.
Card is good.
And this is the God card, though. This card right here, Guardian Chimera, is so insane.
He's basically Obelisk.
Yeah.
He's a God card.
With Poly in the graveyard, he can't be targeted. He's basically Obelisk.
He's basically the Tormentor.
But no, the tempo swing this card generates is nuts. Like, I almost want to play 1, but at the same time, like, I just don't want to need it and not have it, but I've never needed the second one in the first place. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see. But 2 of those.
The best for last?
1 Predaplant Dracos Stapelia. This card's really good too. I made him like first turn almost every game that I went first. The play where I had Poly and Mirror Jade was live a lot, and I had ad libitum, so it worked out. This card was really good.
I'm so happy to see a Predaplant that isn't Anaconda in the deck
for
once.
real, right? And then we go to the side deck. I played 3 Token Collector because Sword Soul's the deck right now. People are really on that train. This card definitely hurt the. I played against like 3 Sword Souls. Definitely helped me out a lot in those matchups. Then we go to some more Flunder hate. I played 1 Necro Banshee and 1 Zombie World. I was originally playing 2 like Paxless, but I cut this down to 1 because I think the consistency of getting to those cards pretty substantial. So I don't think 2 is necessary. But I also wanted to play some other cards, so maybe if I had more room, I might play 2. But yeah, no. So I never had to use it. But you can also saw this against Tri Brigade and Tri-Brigade, and I'm losing the matchup in my head, but there's another matchup where this comes up.
Probably zombies.
Yeah, probably zombies. I think Zombie World's like super good in the zombies. They just can't do anything.
What do they do?
They zombie. But this card was insane this weekend too. Played 3 crossout designator. This was for like game 2. Going second, I would side in like 1 D barrier with it. Which, by the way, we got 3 of those right here. Just to stop it, and it came up so much. But also, like, this stops Ash too, and in the mirror match, it's really good going first. I would always saw this in games 2 and 3 over like the Evangeline, I was saying, with the allures and stuff. But yeah, and then obviously the D barriers are really good. Going second, you side in 1 with the crossouts, just to stop that, and then going first against a synchro or a fusion matchup, you just side in all 3. But yep. And for back row decks, I played 3 Twin Twister. So this was actually there was like some theory behind this, in my opinion. Besides like just for back row decks, not everybody is siding Dimensional Barrier. Some people are siding Floodgates like Anti-Spell and non-fusion area. And for the variance of that like being existent, and me like going in with like Crossout Designator, D-Barrier going second versus possibly something that doesn't work against. I at least wanted game 3 to not be so like one-sided, right? And like have the Twin Twisters for it. Also, like I probably would have sided them anyway. So it just worked out in multiple reasons. But then obviously Wonder Reboot. This deck can OTK. This card's insane. It's literally Dinko Sekka. That spells for 3. But yeah, that was a deck profile. Shout out Cam for calling me in the middle of it. So shout out HB Games. Shout out Team Dad. Shout out Luck and Chuck for
free chili dogs.
And free chili dogs. You know, I hadn't got to experience the Lafayette regionals because I'm not a boomer, but they always had free chili dogs. That's what I've heard. But yeah.
Any last words?
Team Dad signing out.
No, that wasn't good enough. You take the phone and show me. Give me all of your penguin soldiers. Bring them right now.